video is in continuation of our previous part. In this part, we are discussing the cute Italian villages, and this is the last part. So we are giving the useful tips to all the travelers who are planning the Europe trip for the first time.
So we had a very good quality time in Switzerland, and then on the last we moved to Italy, we moved to Milan. So we reached Milan. So next day, then we had in our planning to explore the Lake Como famous, and we from Milan there is a 1.5 hour train ride only toward the Como. So we reached to Como there, and we stayed there in the same area, and we spent complete 2 days in Como, and we explored the lake towns, lake villages. Villages were there. There were small villages, the fishermen villages, but it is very scenic, very colorful, very vibrant. And
Menaggio, and Verena.
Villaggio, Menaggio, Verena, these are in the triangle. So you can, these small villages, and one by one, I would say all three are very cute. There are plenty of villages you can choose, but these three are very famous for the tourist attraction. And
I found Bellagio very beautiful. Bellagio is very beautiful. You try pesto pizza over there and the famous gelato. When you enter Italy, you must have the gelato.
Pasta, gelato.
Italy.
So 2 days we spent there. So one day we spent 2 villages, and the second day we spent the last one. And you can, for the travelers, I would advise to book early that boat ride, because the only option to go with these villages by boat.
Or by bus.
By bus, it's not worth it because the roads are very narrow, and bus ride is not very pleasant ride, I would say. So boat is, again, you will be relaxing it. You will be seeing the villages by the Lake Como, and Lake Como itself is very big. It's a narrow lake, so you can see both sides of the lake. There are so many villages and be scenic. These 3 villages are very famous. You can add more villages as well where there is a less crowd. Mark it down when you are planning for the trip. What are the key villages you have to explore?
Because it's very crowded and you have to walk a lot in the definitely, and it's not straight out of the state. You plan it earlier that where you want to go. If you are with the family and kid, you must joke it down before going.
So they are in Lake Como, and by boat we were exploring those villages. Amazing experience. And then we had listed down the Cinque Terre. The Cinque Terre region is an Italian Riviera region. It's again the 5 villages, very famous, and we wanted to explore that. So we moved from Como to there, and
stayed at the small place of La Spezia.
Before the Cinque Terre La Spezia. So better to book it there, because then there is a Cinque Terre train is there where you can reach easily. You can buy a pass to all the villages. So one day we had put especially for the Cinque Terre. We explored the whole 5 villages of Cinque Terre next day. Amazing experience. Again, it's a fishing village, but too much hike is there. For every village. You have to walk a lot. You have to go to the hike.
And so you feel very tired, very less hydrated. You have to keep yourself hydrated, and you have to go on a hike 2 to 3 hours. Definitely, you have to just walk.
About that, or I would advise spend 2 days there. So don't explore all 5 one days or with the relaxed trip.
Every place has the view, wonderful house, and the river of port. These villages are good, nice to explore, and beautiful as well. So you must explore it.
And then on one day we spent there with these 5 villages, and then next day we came back to the Milan, and from Milan we had the end of the trip. We had some mishap, which usually very common when you are traveling, because these are all the new places.
In Italy.
in Italy, so we had the train stoppage in between. We had and then we came to, and we had to hire a taxi.
Because there's no replacement train. So in the night we have to catch a taxi, and then we went to Milan. We were very tired.
So our half of the day was like, and we missed to explore the Milan city.
Yeah, but you covered so many cities, and you you moved across 5 countries. I guess everything went smoothly. One small glitch is okay to start out.
It is expected.
It's part of travel. Sometimes it mishaps happen. You miss that occasion.
You can miss that range.
In Europe, you must have to be fixed on the time, because the train, especially in the Switzerland, they are just not on time. Have to be on the time. Asians are definitely not used to that. Especially in our region. We are because after an hour, no train ever leaves on time here. So definitely not used to. Those trains are on time, and pack light. Always pack light because you have to drag your own bag. There's no one to help you, and you can't hire anybody to pick up the bags like we do in our area. You have to have your own bag and you drag it to the station, to the one gate to the another gate. So pack light.
It was
Yeah.
really wonderful for you to like cover so many spots. Were you feeling? Did you feel like you didn't have enough energy to by the end of the trip?
Yeah, because we are coming back to Qatar and it's a very hot weather over here. So
Even in the end of the trip, when we were in Italy, we were like, okay, now the trip should end.
Yeah.
Not the enough enjoyment.
yeah, we've been homesick as well because immediately the weather was not that good, and we were in Switzerland. So coming from Switzerland and being in Italy, a little bit tired, and I feel like just now. And
It was still summers and it was a hot weather.
but overall trip was very good. We enjoyed Germany. We enjoyed Spain very much. Even it's the second time, but it feels like the
Yeah.
first.
In Italy also, we explored those places also which were missed in our previous.
yeah, trip.
We had Rome, we had Florence, we had Venice. So we already explored all these main cities of Italy. So
Yeah.
this to the northern part and Milan and nearby areas.
Yeah, that's so cool. Yeah. So if I ask you like, what was the best part of your trip, or if you have to say one each, what would you say? I think for Sadaf, I know it's Switzerland.
Yeah, without any doubt, hands down, Switzerland.
Okay,
And,
for me, Switzerland was amazing, but I would prefer Black Forest region more. Yeah, in the Germany.
because he likes driving.
I like
Yeah, I was going to say that he loved driving at high speed in Germany, so that's why.
Exactly. So my main highlight or my most favorite part of the trip was the Black
Yeah.
Forest region trip.
Yeah, and a road trip definitely has its own fun. Like you can go at your own pace, and you can stop whenever you want.
Stop. You can, whenever you like, you stop, take some shots, take some pictures, or you can relax. But with the groups or in the train, you can't do that.
Yeah, no, that was pretty great. I want to now ask you about the stays that you did in these various cities and countries. You mentioned a little bit in the beginning about like booking your hotels in the city center, then booking, not going for very high luxurious hotels because you're only going to spend the night. So that was your approach towards booking one of your stays. But can you tell me a little bit more about like the stay for each location that you did? Let's start with Dusseldorf, the hotel that you were staying at.
In Dusseldorf, we stayed at Mike's 4 apartment, which is apartment kind of.
Apartment, and it has just a double story apartment. It's not a hotel, it's kind of apartment. And since we were there for 2 days only, it was good for us and it was comfortable. Yeah. So we had good experience in Düsseldorf in Mike's Fort. And then in Amsterdam, in Netherlands, whole trip, we were in
Brother's place.
brother's place. So we did not opt for the hotel.
In Bruges.
Just we stayed in Ibis.
And it is a very small room, but fine for a night.
Yeah, fine for the night, and it is just few minutes walk from the main station.
The main good thing is that you just got out and the station is there. So that's the main highlight. We spend mostly the night.
Yeah.
Stay night, but for us, especially for the 3 persons, it's enough.
And then in the Brussels, we stayed in the B&B hotel, little bit far from the city. But as I told you, we had only the trip in Brussels, and we only had spent very small time. So what we were planning is to move from Brussels again to the Germany. That is why not at the hotel at the main city center. So it was a little bit from the city. So it was good. It was pleasant experience. But I would advise if anybody is going to the Brussels and especially to explore the city, then stay at the main
Yeah, city center.
city center.
The way you have to walk a lot.
Yeah.
So you had to hire the taxi.
Then came back to Frankfurt. Cologne, we stay also within a city. We had the car, so we did not read much about it is nearby the city or no.
Yeah.
I would okay for the car drive. Actually,
Yeah.
it's not very narrow, so you can be where as per. So in Cologne also, we had a good stay nearby the city center, and yeah.
Frankfurt, we didn't find the good hotel.
In Frankfurt, yeah. In Frankfurt, we had the hotel Nider. And again, it's not in the city center, it's a bit away from the city center. We had the car, so we decided that. But unfortunately, what happened is when we reached to the hotel, we find that there is no AC or there is no fan in the room because they were not used to it.
When the mosquitoes were there.
Yeah, so also there were some mosquitoes and flies were there. We did not have good experience. So I would not advise to stay on that hotel. And
And Branks, we stayed at Francis Chalet, and that was a nice chalet.
in
It was
Switzerland.
very big, huge for us.
Shalvin. The chalet was you found via booking.com or
We done through the booking.com, we read the reviews. It has to be 4 stars.
In Cinque Terre, the Cinque Terre Boita apartment, it is in La Spezia. And again, I would say an amazing
Yeah, good
amazing.
luck.
We love that part.
Yeah.
We love that apartment. Every amenity was there. Everything was
Even
there.
the food for the breakfast as well.
Yeah, even the whole kitchen was like full-fledged kitchen and everything. Even the food was there also. All the refreshments. Again, great choice we had, and yeah. So we stayed there. We had an amazing experience, except from the Frankfurt one and the Brussels at city center. So it was convenient for us, but for the first-time travelers, go towards the city center.
And Brussels was not like you were spending very less time over there.
Very less.
That's the thing.
The other small cities in the Black Forest region are the small, very small cities. So you can have the hotel anywhere and it is a walking distance because it is very small. Not half hour walks a whole city you can cover it. And but then also in the Freiburg also we had an apartment hotel in the city center.
This time we mostly chose the apartment because we had the hotel previously. So this time we want to take the apartment and chalet. That's
Yes.
why. Otherwise, we
Yeah.
normally book the hotel.
Yeah. And also you were traveling to very many small towns and villages. So it would be better to pick these smaller apartment stays also. It's just more easily available. Actually.
Yeah.
Easily, as I told you, you need to only spend the night. So you need a comfortable bed space.
Yeah.
So where you can sleep comfortably.
If
And
you wish to cook something, you can cook over
you
there
can
because
cook over
everything is
there.
over there. So you can, if you want to cook something, you don't want to spend the money on food because that's also very expensive. If you want to come back and take some ready-made meal, or you take along with some ready-made meals and you just have to eat it and eat it. So it's good for you. We don't cook on our trips.
Yeah. No, based on the amount of activity that you were doing every single day, I don't think you would have the energy to go back and cook as well.
And we wanted to do the food also, the local food
Yeah.
also. So
Yeah.
to eat out.
Yeah.
So you mentioned in terms of the food, you mentioned in Belgium what you did, and what about any special food items in Germany or Switzerland that you tried?
In Germany, there are many food options, but in Germany, fusion with Turkish food. There are many shawarma shops.
Yeah.
There are many kebab shops, doner kebab, and all those things. And so I would recommend go for those fusion. It's an amazing experience if you are like meat lovers. And in Switzerland, I would say there is no specialty food. Their specialty is the cheese, the Swiss cheese and cheese. But we are not very fond of cheese. We are not cheese lovers. So in Switzerland, you find many places where you can find your ethnic food. There are many Indian restaurants,
Yeah.
even Pakistani restaurants, even there are many cuisines, Chinese restaurants. So they're like an international, I would say, more international country, Switzerland. It is because of the tourist destination. So you will have a plenty of choice.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah,
Then the taste, so we have to stick with our taste because after some time we miss our food. Definitely, even where we are. So
yeah, especially the spices.
yeah, the Italian food and all are very
Yeah.
spicy.
After some time, we are missing biryani.
Yeah. Let's start to the biryani.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, that you get to moving across these various countries, that you were being able to try these local cuisines, and then also there were other options available where you could have some of these international food options, or you could have your own cuisine as well. So that's pretty great.
So
Yeah,
now it's very easy in the Europe. Yeah.
yeah.
From Italy has very less option,
Yeah.
mostly Italian. But for the other countries, you will find plenty of options.
But I think with Italy, I think that cuisine has also become so international. Like everyone is so familiar with it that you
Yeah.
can have it.
There you can have
Pizza,
pasta.
pasta.
Yeah. So my next question was going to be about the tip, but I think you've already shared quite a few already throughout when you were talking about each location. But overall, would you want to give any tips for first-time travelers if they're planning to visit Europe, like generally, not about a specific location, but as overall, like in terms of planning a trip to Europe, would you have any other tips that you would like to share?
Yeah, definitely. You should plan your trip ahead. Make an Excel sheet, put the day-wise itinerary and the hotel, book the hotels first and book your flights and hotels for 2 or 3 months or at least a month because you get the good prices and you get the good location. And do research about places you want to visit, see the blogs, read blogs because you have the idea of the location. Pack light, comfy shoes. Don't put all the clothes because the clothes, especially the ladies, you take all your clothes with you, but remember, you have to drag your own bag. So
Yeah.
keep that in mind and put some warm clothes because in any season you are going, you feel cold over there because we are not used to that climate. Put some jackets with you, which you can use and keep some extra cash, the last step, because you have to grab a taxi if some emergency happens. So keep the cash with you and that's it. I say, I don't know.
One more thing I would do in every city whenever you are planning, there are plenty of attractions. So you cannot explore each and everything in the city. So you need to list down whenever you are staying in any city that what are the top attractions are there. So you can choose upon your taste. For example, I would say if you are a museum people, you opt for the museums. If you are a history lover, you go for the historical places. If you are nature lover, you go. So your choice that what kind of places you like and what kind of person you are. You cannot explore everything in each city. So you choose down, you do some research when you are planning, and that's why our Sadaf told make an Excel sheet or what are the you are in each city. Put the places and again. One more thing I want to add to your plan. Stick to your plan. It is definitely happens sometimes you miss some places, but when you plan, you will be safe because you will be satisfied. In between, you made the changes in your plan, then the whole will be spoiled. Just in between.
I was like, I like this methodical Excel sheet approach, especially when you want to visit so many locations.
A month or a half a month. So you must have the places, the hotels, because sometimes you forget it that you have to. It happens with us earlier in earlier trip. We suffer all the things. So now we are
Experienced traveler. So you know what needs to be done with
corners. So you can't add both of them together.
So when you are finding the places, you can again drill down. Where are these places located within a city? Where should I go first? What is the second place? What is the third place? Fourth place? So it should be on the line. It should not be like first place in the other corner of city, second place in another corner of city. So make a trip plan within the city as well. And what kind of a transportation, one place to another place. I would go by train or I would go by taxi or how I would move. So this planned as well in advance.
So it has been great speaking to you, Sadaf, and I'm totally inspired by your month-long trip to Europe. Sounded so much fun, and the way that you were able to cover so many locations, do so many things. It's just fabulous.
Likewise. Thank you so much.
Thank you for this opportunity.
And we really feel great to have that opportunity to describe our trip and share our experiences, because that's why we have started the blogging, that we should inspire people, we should help people.
Be inspired by different vloggers and make our trip planning and our trip be like useful for the other people to inspire.
Yeah, that's the idea, and that's what we at Trip 101 are also trying to do, help and inspire travelers. So
that's a very nice thing you are doing. Very good.
So with that, I will wrap up this episode. Thank you so much for joining, and bye-bye for now.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.